Hello, everybody. Welcome to Farm Simulator 2019. I know this game's a little old, but I do enjoy playing it. It's been a while since I've been in here, so we're gonna start a farm from scratch from the beginning, from you know the farm you get when you first start playing the game, basically. We're gonna work it for a little bit, just to get reacclimated to the farming life here. do 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 do. Total mixed in a mixer wagon. Might be something we have to do in the future once we do get animals. All right, here we go. Yeah, spring flowers. It's time to cultivate and sow your fields. All right. So we're gonna head down here. This is gonna be our farm down here. Down this hill. There we go. Okay, so the first things we have to do, we need to harvest our crops here in this field. It's ready to be harvested. So we're going over here to the harvester. And, okay, it's done. Is that way? It's been a while since I played this game. Alright, what's our next thing to do here? This one is the plowing mode. So what's the plowing mode apparatus? Let's go up in here. We'll go to growth. This has all been harvested. We're over here in this bar corner. We're blue, germinated field, cultivated fields. We're in this blue, so they've been cultivated. So they're ready for planting. So we will get this tractor. Get that out of the way. Plow the field. I don't think we can plow the field. And they might just plow. Let's see here. Pull up. Go do it. Right there. Drop a plow. Yeah, they've all been done. Okay, so get the plow. So it's all been done. It's been a while since I've been in the game. If you haven't been able to tell, it's been at least a minute. We'll park this tractor over here by the harvester, so it's needed. I like to have all my equipment in the same location. We will eventually buy a shed or barn to put all the stuff in to keep it out of the weather eventually. But right now we're just trying to get our fields going. So let's go ahead and get into this tractor here. This is our planter. This is what's going to plant our fields, our crops. Alright, we'll hook up that, hook up that. Alright, what do we set to plant? Let's look at wheat now. We do wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybean, radishes, grass. So we will start with, we'll do wheat. We're going to do the wheat. Alright, let's go ahead and pull into the field here. Alright, so we'll start the planter. And we will drop our planter. No. Drop our planter. And we'll start planting the field. And we'll just kind of go to the end of the field here. Reach the end. Raise our planter up. Turn around. Now we do have the ridge marker you can use if you want to drop a ridge marker. Get that back up. Drop a ridge marker. You can do that, and it'll mark where your next ridge marker should be. So, yeah, there's that. Or you can eyeball it. I sometimes like to eyeball things. So we'll pull up here into the field. We'll stop there. I think we're too far away from it, so let's move over a little bit. There we go. I think right there should work. Drop the planter. Start planting. Like I said, you do have to adjust things a little sometimes on the fly like that. Now, you have in-cab views, but the in-cab views are very limited on what you see. So, if we drop the ridge marker, this ridge marker, I'll cut that side, this will cut this side. So, like on the ridge marker, you want that ridge marker to be right, like right on the edge, like right there. So, this ridge marker, we'll drop that one. I'll show you how the ridge markers work. If I remember correctly, we'll pull into this field. We'll drop our planter, and we'll start planting this field. That marks that little spot over there. Now it's going to be a little off. I'm going to have to go back over this middle road just because I'm not the greatest line drawer in the world. So, you know. I don't know. And then stop there. Raise it. Raise our ridge markers up. Yeah, we're going to plow this middle. Right here. And I got a little strip there. Like I said, I'm not the best line drawer in the world, trust me. And these here, you really can go in circles. You can go the other direction, or you can go in the same direction I'm going. And they will make the rows in that way. Now, it won't matter as far as in how the crops produce. They're still produced. But it will make a difference in how it looks and how it grows. Alright, we'll pull back down this one here. See, we missed a big strip there. Right here. There we go. We'll spin around this way. Now, if you're a little off, it won't matter. It'll still plant it straight. But if you're way off, yeah, it's gonna plant it crooked. You'll see how it does in the field. You get cross stitch pattern and stuff like that, which is okay. If that's how you want your crops and your fields to look. It's you know, like with everything else, it's all subjective to what you want your fields to look like. See that little ridge mark line right there? That's the line you would have to follow, I believe, with the tire. And if you're inside the cab like this, you can move about and look. As you can see, you're really limited on what you can see. So it's kind of hard to see. That's why I like to do external views of planting. Just because it's easier to see and easier to understand what you're trying to accomplish. You can see right here, I'm way out. So let me pull up a little bit more, like that. Now you can see right where the wheel's at, where you want it to be. Just drop your planter up on. Ridge marker, that's ridge marker. It's down, so then you'll run. You see how I planted it kind of crooked. Like I said, I'm not the best, even with a ruler, when drawing lines. So, you know, sometimes I have to go back over the same spot a couple times just to make sure I get it. So we'll go back up here. Now the other thing that you can do is watch. We'll run this up like this. And done. Now you can take, let's line this field up, and this one here, and this one here, and then we will line it up like this. We'll hire a worker. He will do all the work for us, and we can just sit back and watch, or go do something else. So as you see, he'll run the field, he'll run the tractor, he'll run the planter, he'll make your lines nice and straight and pretty for you. So here's that option. Now doing it this way does cost you. As you can see, the money dropping every so often. It does cost you per day and per minute on how things run, because you're hired this guy to work. So with tab, this is our other tractor. We're gonna hook up to our wagon. We're gonna pull our wagon over here by our barn. And I'm gonna drop it right behind our barn here. Okay, we'll pull around this way. See, there's our tractor running up there. Now, so you can turn around and watch where you're going with your tractor. You can watch stuff behind you as you're driving forward. So it's always helpful. You need to watch where you're going here. We're gonna stop right there. Let's drop our wagon there. We'll put our little tractor out. We're gonna park it over here by the tool shed. Basically, this is our small tractor. This is our medium tractor. This is our big harvester. It's got a small, what's that thing up front called again? Header. And as you can see, he's still planting. And when he gets to the end of this field, he'll stop planting. He won't continue to plant. As you watch his turn here, he raises. And you can watch how he sets up. He kind of did what I did. Pull forward, back up, get in line. And then put that wheel right at the edge. Actually on the field a little bit. So he stays right on the edge of that planted field. So that's what you want to do when you're planting. It's just like he's done there, right on that edge. So that's how that's done. Okay, so over here we have our silo, where we will, if you want to sell a product, you'll dump it out here into your trailer. This is where you'll dump it into the silo. This is a shed for parking equipment. This is absolutely nothing. This is our house here. This is where you'll go to rest. This is another building. Really, some buildings will help you with repairing equipment, stuff like that. There is a place in town to repair equipment. So normally what I do to gain money is I go to the house here, and you go to P, you go to garage, and this is where everything that you own. So I guess you own a farm shack. It's just decorative. It does nothing for you. So I usually sell it. Yes. Gone. This is a decorative object, so it does nothing for you, and it gives you $10,000. So sell it. Okay. This, another farm shed, decorative. Sell it. It does nothing for you. The barn, decorative, does nothing for you. So I say sell it. If it's not going to do anything for you as far as fixed equipment, stuff like that, then it's not needed. The house is your farm. You don't want to sell that. That's decorative. Get rid of it. Don't need it. This is decorative. Get rid of it. It's not needed. Now, as you can see, our money has increased from 99,000 to 229,000. All that costs money. This is a decorative thing, but it's needed because you park equipment in it. That's your silo. And then, of course, you got your weights and all your tractors and harvesters. Okay, that's normally how I start out. Now, you'll see how this changes. That shed's gone behind it now. The barns are gone. This tractor, he's almost done, so we'll sit with him for the rest of this field. Alright. And then he'll spin around. You get lined up and drop his plow. So now if you look inside, you can see how that tire, you can see inside where you place your tractor. That corner of the red hood is right at the edge of that crop field, the planted part. So you want to keep it in relatively the same area. That'll end up with a perfectly planted field. Bam. And when he's done, his work is done. As you can see, I'm out of it. He would have been out of it. But now we're gonna drive over to the next field. Now you can drive all these fields yourself. You don't need to hire a helper to plant the fields and drive the tractors for you. But it does free you up and makes things a little bit easier in your life, So right about there is where you want to be with your tractor. So turn on your sower, drop it, drop the ridge marker, and just drive the field. Right like that. Stay right on that edge. And you get to the end. Raise that. Grab your other ridge marker. And so this is where, being inside the cab, you'd want that wheel right over that, right like that. Let's take a look outside. See how the wheel is just outside that. So we'd want to back up just a little, like that, to line up right in that groove. And if I'm in the cab, you can see where it's at. See how the edge of the tractor is right on the edge of the, right in just into that divot. So we'll drop our planter and run it. You don't keep your tractor right where it's at. You don't want to let it deviate too much, because it will change the crop, and you may have to go back out and rerun a line of it because you missed. And once we get to the end, we'll run a little bit after and raise your planter, and we'll see what we've done. See how there's no edges. See how it's all nice and filled in. Perfect. And now we will drop the other ridge marker. Like that. And we'll line up our trailer yard line again. Our wheel right in that divot, like that. Nope, we missed it. So over a little bit. There we go. Just kind of get it right in that divot, right like that. And then we'll drop it and run it right down that line, right like that. Now you can do little minor adjustments, that's fine, to keep it straight, but you don't want to go outside that too much. You get to the end, raise it, pick up your ridge marker, lower your other ridge marker, hold on, let's get it back in line first. There you go. Over the other ridge marker, like that. And put her in line. Now it gets easier and easier to differentiate and get everything, you know, pull right in and start plowing the more you go. But, you know, the more you're able to line things up quickly, the more you're able to shift on the fly, just go straight into planting your crops. So I'm saying little adjustments are okay. It doesn't affect the look of the field. There we go. Oh, we missed some field. I let it go outside the line. So, go back, and drop the planter, and there we go. But as you look now, see how we got that gap right there? All because I wasn't watching, paying attention to what I was doing. So what we'll do to fix that is we'll go right in like that, drop this, and we will load the ridge marker. Shoot, I forgot about the ridge marker. Yes, the ridge marker will destroy your planted crop. So I'll make sure you got the ridge marker up when you're not needing it there. Because it will destroy your crop. There we go. Get back in line like that. And then we're going to hire a worker, let him do it. He won't use the ridge marker because he's a professional. Then he'll plant the field. I tend to do both. I tend to plant, run the tractor myself, and then also I tend to hire a worker and let him run the tractor. Just because once you've got a huge farm going, it's hard to plant everything. Now, if you press number 7, it'll go down to 1 minute per minute. You can go up to 120 minutes per second. 120 minutes. It's accelerated speed. If you want the day to go by quickly. Or you can do 7, drop it down to 1. Which gives you plenty of time to get everything done. Let's go over here. We're going to go park the harvester in the shed to keep it protected. I wish we could get rid of that car and that garbage right there, but it doesn't let you get rid of that, unfortunately. Alright. So back our harvester in right here, this furthest spot here. Now you can look, as I said, looking in the harvester, the rearview mirrors don't work. So you really can't see where you're backing. So backing in this is not good inside the cab. So you pretty much want to be outside the cab when you're backing the harvester. So you can see where it's going. I don't have a preference to inside the tractor, outside the tractor. I tend to do a lot of outside looks on the tractors just in this game, just because it's easier to maneuver the equipment that way. But you have purists, pure gamers too, will be like, oh no, you can't do that, you know. Yeah, actually you can there, Buster. It just depends on how you want to run it. This here's that part of our field, or our farmland. As you can see, it's, you know, not a lot you can do with this. We'll put this tractor right here with the plow. Now, once you plant a field and you're done with the tractor, and keep the equipment in good shape, you want to give it a bath, which we will do with this piece of equipment once it's done. Alright, let's go get this trailer. We will park it in the shed. See, you just want to line it up with that hook. Right like that. Now we're off, but it's accepting it. It'll pull it to you, so you can cheat that way. Now you can drive this way inside the cab. That's fine. It's really your game, how you want to run it. I tend to do a lot of the outside driving just because it's easier. But if you want to be a purist and do everything inside the cab, then, you know, you can do that. And just angle it back in that, in the shed. Oh, we're a little off. There we go. Up this way. We'll angle it back the other way. You see we only have one more spot. I could park this tractor, this trailer, then move the tractor over there, but as you can see, without, it's actually under the shed, so it's safe. Let's go see what he's doing. He's almost done with this field. Now later on, I want to join at least 2 of these fields together, maybe all 3. We'll see how that works out. Because, you know, with the 3 separate fields, you can do 3 separate crops and stuff along those lines. Really, it's how you want to work it. Now, to join the crops together, fields together, you've got to select your tool, and there's a, it's not in this tractor, it's probably in this one here. This one, yeah. Cultivator, unfold cultivator. So unfold the cultivator, and it brings the radar markers down. Fold it out. But there's a mode you can select with this, which will let you damage crops. That's mainly for the plow. This isn't a plow, this is a cultivator. A plow actually will plow the fields. We'll have to buy one of those. And as you can see, he'll plow your field for you. This allows, well, I'm going to let him plow the next field too, because I want to show you all some more stuff that you can do. Some of it doesn't help as far as the game goes, as far as playing the game. Because I don't think I like to buy a truck. I like to buy a vehicle for me, you know. And you have to be my truck for the game, my farm truck, my work truck. It doesn't have nothing to do with helping, but it does help with the game because you do help you tote crops and equipment and stuff like that around. But it's not like a requirement that you have to have one. I just like to have one for the simple fact that every farm needs a farm truck. So. But which we'll buy one just to show you. And he will stop there. He will say, "I'm done." So we'll drive the tractor to the next field. As you see how dirty the tractor is getting, it will need to be cleaned. So we will buy a sprayer for it to spray the equipment down to clean it. I don't know if dirtiness has an effect on equipment in the game, but it does look shaky. Alright, we'll set a worker. As you can see, the worker takes over and he starts plowing the field. So, we'll let him work. Alright, we'll go to cars. We're gonna buy this truck here. The F350 for $37,000. You know, pick your main color, which, you know, we can do green with the design color being green, and the room color being this Ford, beige, silver, metal, Loose silver. Ugh, God, those rims are ugly. And that color's, what's that? Let's say, whatever. You can paint it the same color as truck fuel. You can paint it green if you want. It's just however you want to do it. I mean, it's customization. John Deere green. Kona green. Fade. Tan. John Deere yellow. Or Kona yellow. John Deere. Where's the... I keep saying John Deere. Why is it saying John Deere? It's not John Deere. John Deere black. John Deere. Fade green. Metallic. And, you know, all different colors. Safety orange, yellow, safety red, safety pink. Pretty much all colors that you may want to paint something. They have all the trimmings. Now, if you do go back, let's go here and go back into here. Now that stays with the color that comes with it originally. So we'll do that for the rims. There's John Deere green. So well, yeah. Me personally, I'm more a Massey Ferguson. Well, I like Massey Ferguson equipment. So we'll stay with the red. Wheel brand. We want the listed wheels. We want the dual rims. We want the bumper to match the truck. I think there's a bumper for it. Not standard, the big bumper, and then you got the bull nose, bull ring. Asset configuration. That is the light bar. The beacon lights are both. We'll do with the light bar. Scroll down. We'll do the tow and mirrors for the side. Step configuration for the step bumpers. We'll do the upgraded motor, just because why not? And that whole configuration is going to cost us $74,000. Now we can lease it for $3,000, but then they take a payment out every so many months. So we're going to buy it outright. All right, now go to this price tag thing, and we will go to the HMC, and we're going to buy a box. Bed options, we're going to put first option, which is a fifth wheel. You can have a fifth wheel in the bed. You can have ball hitch. You can have a fuel tank or standard bed. We're going to go with the standard bed. We're going to have wide fenders because we do have a dually. Now you can have the bars or no bars. It's up to you. I'll go ahead and put the bars in. Now the light ring. We will go ahead and use red because the car is red. The main color will be Massey Ferguson red. Design color, Massey Ferguson. Nope, Massey Ferguson red. Massey Ferguson red. There we go. And we will buy it. Okay, $8,000, $8,700. So now that truck's ready for us. So you can get cab. You can go through all of them. There's the truck we purchased. So now we need to pick up the bed. So we will over here. Now you can do it, like I said, inside the cab, you can look, but you really can't see that well without the mirror. See, so that's why I do a lot of the look outside the truck, because you can't see nothing from inside. So I tend to just leave it on the outside look. It's easier. Because you going backing. And driving forward, you know, you can drive it, the cab, it's fine. And there we go. There's our completed truck. We'll put our headlights on. There you go. And this is what she looks like. Okay, so we'll get in the truck, look forward, we'll drive home. Steering wheel's kind of funky, it kind of bends and it looks stupid. Whoa! I don't like the steering wheel. I'm trying to Looks like a race wheel. It's kind of stupid for a truck. But that's the town we just left. This is where our farm is, out here, this road here. They're building this house, which, side note, they've been building this house since I started this game a long time ago. I don't think they were going to finish that house. Alright, we'll go forward. There's another crop on a field off to our left. This is, I believe, I'm not sure what this is. There it is, coming from, it's a Cozy Wools, where you drop the wool off that you claim from your sheep, where you get paid for that. There's actually a whole industry for sport. This here's another home somebody owns. You don't really see other people in the game. You see other cars, but you don't really see the other tractors. It's all this in the game. And don't know why, you just don't. Alright. We're going to arrive back home here. This truck I'm driving is a mod truck that you have to get mod from the mod shop. You have to download the mod. It's really simple to download mods. But we will stop the truck here and get out. He should be almost done, which he is. Very nice. He'll drop his thing. He'll plow this field. As I said, there's nothing wrong to me with letting helpers run the tractors. It leaves you free to do other things. You know, once you have 5, 6, 7, 8 fields, it's very necessary to let a worker run the tractors, because you just don't have time to plow every field yourself. So we will let him pull in there like that. Now you want to have him pretty straight when you get in here, because if you got him off kilter, he will stay off kilter the entire field. He's not bright enough to figure it out for himself. So, just so you know. And there he goes, plowing that field. Alright. Back over to our truck. And this is our truck. Now what we're going to do is we're going to purchase. We're going to go house, we're going to go miscellaneous, and this is the washer. So we need to place the washer. So I'll place the washer, usually do. Like to place it, usually somewhere where you can pull the tractor right up to and wash. So we will put it right here at the corner of the property, the shed, like right there. Alright, and that's our washing utensil. Oh shoot, get her back, get out of the truck. Alright. This works basically like this. We run over here. And this is the washing power washer. You hit R, you get the wand, you walk up to the dirty tractor and just spray it. And that's all you will do. And eventually it takes a minute with something real dirty to get clean, but it does. Walk back up to the sprayer, hit R, it shuts it off. And that's simply how it goes. This is an important thing. This is a water tower. It's where you use water pump. It's where you get your water from. Of course, you don't see any water in there, but you know, hey. Basically, when you need water, you will pull up a water tank vehicle here, fill it with water, and then go use the water. That's like when you have chickens or horses and you need water for them. You'll bring a truck over here with a bed on it or a trailer for water, fill it up, and then go fill your tank, your pins up. This back here is a nice little scene. We'll come look at it real quick because it's pretty. This is a creek that's behind your property with a waterfall. There's a windmill up there. Whoa, don't fall in the water. As you can see, this is the water's edge. So that's kind of cool. We go this way, where it's where we came down before. And then you go back up there. Ooh, where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, that's where the water's edge is, so let's come this way. There it is. And that's disgusting outhouse. And you go up. This goes up into that area. Now over here, we'll climb the. And this is not your property. This is owned by somebody else. As you can see, walk out to this edge. You can see the waterfall. Pretty. That's the building there. That's your farm down there. I'm trying to trick the game to let me over there. It's not going to let me over there. Alright. What? Jet Set Farming 2148. Wow. And I never saw this before. Nice. It lets you climb certain hills. Kind of like GTA used to do. You can climb certain spots, and that's it. But yeah. And we go back down the hill. You can see up that way, there's more stuff up there. Hills, rocks, mountains, things like that. He's still plowing this field. It's going to take him a minute because it's a bigger field, as you can see. It's 10:51, so we got our crops planted. We're getting our crops planted. He's still working on one field. As you can see here, it's wheat. It's planted. It's at 0% weed because it's just been planted. Get out of here, birds. This one, same thing. Previous foul. Previous was foul. And it says it's growth is planted, so it's planted. Same thing here. So, yeah. That's basically it in a nutshell. Now, something you will need eventually will be... Now, if you go into here, this up here on the top is it's a little price tag thing. You can look up stuff by equipment name. Like, if you want to look up nothing but Massey Ferguson, hit Massey Ferguson, and it brings up everything that's Massey Ferguson. If you want to look up everything, it's I know we have it. There it is. Everything is John Deere. That's everything is John Deere. This is a download that I downloaded, the ATVs. You can't get those normally. Like this little John Deere Gator. You can't get that in the game naturally. It's a mod. But if you want to look up vehicles, this is where you go for your vehicles. There's nothing but vehicles. You got small tractors, trucks, potato technology, cotton technology, crop protection. This is your sprayers, like your weed killer and your fertilizer. Sprayers. It's the front end loader. You know what those are. So if you want a front end loader to do whatever. Cars and trucks. This is the trucks you normally have in the game. Blizzard. The other ones like the 82nd and the HMC that I just purchased. Those are mods. You can't get those unless you use mods. This is your medium-sized tractors. Handle the bigger jobs. This is your harvester equipment, your beat technology, your forest machinery, your mowers, your telehandlers, which is like a forklift. It's like an all-in-one type deal. You can do several things with it. You got regular forklift. This is your large tractors, your forage harvesters, which is forage harvesters process and indicate full type for forage harvester to work. It also needed a suitable header, so it's a bigger thing for forestry or for forage harvesting. This is a machine for it can harvest. This machine can harvest the indicated fruit type, so it can harvest sugar cane. I think is what that is. Each one will do different things. This is an animal forage mixer wagon blends silage, hay, and straw into a total mixture ration. That's for the cattle feed. You put it all in there and you mix it all together and it becomes a thing, and then you can feed it your cows. Basics what that is. Then you got your front end loader and your skid steer. Now this is your farm equipment. You got trailers, corn headers, you got your fertilizer spreaders, you got your weed seeders, you got your disc harrows, excuse me, cotton technology, potato technology, headers, auger wagons. It's got all this stuff here. It's got tedders and weed rows. Tedders will, if you got clumps of wet grass or straw, it will mix it up and separate it, and it'll dry faster. And once it's dry, then you can harvest it and sell it for stuff. And your weed rows will, if you got grass or wheat spread out in a wide area, you run over it with a weed row and it'll put it in one row for you. And then you just go along and use a baler to pick it up. And the balers are somewhere. And of course, there's a whole section here. It is baler technology. This here does round bales. This does square bales. This does round bales. And on the back, it wraps them. So there's that. This is a wrapping station. It'll wrap your round bales. Back. This is a what is this? Oh, stack. For stacking. Makes sense. For stacking your bales, your square bales. This is a trailer for picking up square bales. And this is a round bale. Pick up round bales. This is used for transporting bales. And of course, you got the gator equipment. This is for man. The bed for transporting bales. So, yeah. Oh, we don't release it. All right, back. This is your forklift, stuff like that for that piece of machinery. This is your levelers. Levelers are for you want to turn grass or hay into silage. You put it into what's called a silo, which is two big concrete barriers. Or you can just put an open area, I guess, too. And you run over it once it's leveled out. It's all nice and smooth with this piece of equipment. Then you cover it with a cloth material, which will turn into silage after a while. That's what that's about. And there's several versions. This is a scraper front plow to push it all together. Move chaff and silage, and level helps in the silos. And like I said, this is for animals. You got this, which takes straw bales and uses them to cover the ground in an open pen with straw. This is a wagon for total mixture. And this here's a liquid transport. You can haul, I think, water. I don't think you can haul fuel in this. You might be able to haul fuel. Same thing here. liquids. This is where you buy your fertilizer or food or salt, road salt. Lime bags are solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer. Seed bag, these two, this is it comes in a DLC or a mod. Got chicken food, horse food, pig food. They don't sell cow food. You gotta get to make sure it gets silage. This is the seeds for planting. This is the herbicide for killing weeds. This is a fertilizer for fertilizing the fields. This is a sapling, which plants trees. This is another way of planting it. Load this into your tree planter, onto your tree planter. This is sugar cane. This is just, propel the saplings to fill the tree planter, and this is the same thing. This is your bales. You can actually buy bales instead of making them yourself. It just depends on how you want to do it. Now, when you collect grass or hay to turn into silage, when you wrap it, you put it in these bales, you let it sit. This is what turns it into the silage. I guess that's how you say that, silage. And then you take this along with straw, along with hay, mix it together. It gives you the total mixture ration, which is perfect for cows, food for cows. So there's a little more to it to cows. It's not just buying cows and then feeding them. This is your farmhouses. These are all the farmhouses. These are not in. This is the DLC. This is in the game. That's beginning of the game. This is the DLC. That's in the game. That's in the game. This one here is the only one that's not. It's a mod. And you got the decorations, all the ones that we sold. As you can see, they do nothing for you in the game. This is lights. These are not in the game when you buy it. These are in a mod, I believe. So I don't think they're in the game when you buy it. They might be. I don't know. But these are automatic and big automatics. And you got medium automatics. 360 medium automatics. These are just lights in the night. When it becomes night, it becomes very, very dark. Very, very quick. Sheds. Of course, you got several different types of sheds you can use. As you can see, there's lots of options. You got open sheds. You got old style sheds. You got enclosed large shed, a hydraulic powered lift shed. These doors are hydraulic and they open. This is a regular drive-through shed, large vehicle haul. You got a self-made vehicle storage, and you got a haul crop and machinery. A haul for crop and machinery, so you can put crop and machinery in that. And then it's your silos. And these are your silos for making silage and stuff like that. These you put between these, dump it in here, and you level it out, and you cover it. And once it's done, you go and pick it up. That's simple. Let's see if he's done. Yes, he is. So now we will take the tractor and we will come down here. And why is the tractor clean? Did he wash it? I wanted to wash it for y'all. No, it's still dirty. Okay. So we'll come over here. We get the pressure washer. You come over here and you start spraying it down. You'll see over time that dirt will disappear. So it's starting to slowly dissipate. Once that's done, the tractor's clean, and you move on to the trailer. Now I don't have to spray one side of this. That part's a little janky, where you would normally have to spray both sides, all around it, up and down, underneath it, and all that good stuff. This you don't have to do that with. So you spray one side of it down good, and then walk around the other side, and as you see, it's clean. Kind of does both sides. When you're done, you just put it back here. Now you can walk away from it a long distance, and it'll tell you pressurized hose restricted from you going any further. So I'll let you go so far. That's why you want to put it in an open area. Alright, we'll park this tractor. Now you open this, and that's where your feed goes. You can see how far your feed is. You tell them to start getting empty. And of course, you do have a percentage thing down here in the far right corner. Now the speedometer is. That shows you how much percentage you have left in the box. Alright, we'll pull back in here. And we will shut this down. Alright. Now, I'm going to need to buy a sprayer eventually to spray the fields down with, but it's not really needed right now. And another few perks I like to do is I'm going to buy a single vehicle shed for my truck. And I'm going to put it right here where it'll let me. There we go. There we go. Right there. And, oh, yes, one more thing. Every farm has one. Where's that? Pins. Doghouse. We're going to have our dog. So we will zoom in. You can zoom in, turn it down. We'll put the dog house right here. Will let me when it turns green. Come on, come on. There it is, way out there. I don't like that. So we'll put the dog. Where are we gonna put the doggy at? In the doggy house. I mean, I don't want to put it way out there in the open. That's just dumb. Just gotta find an open area that'll let you put it down. Put it there. Now you can set the doghouse maybe out back here somewhere. By this tree maybe. No, it's not happy with that. You can put it over here. Yeah. Rotate the doghouse. I'll put it right there. Wink. And there's our dog. Okay. Alright. Our dog is an important thing. Put the truck away. He will run around the farm and do his dog things. He really has no purpose in the game other than just your pet. But where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? So we'll feed him. R. And there he goes feeding. Good boy. Good boy. Then go. Come. And then you can R. Pet the dog. Aw, isn't he cute? Then you click go home. And it tells me to go back to the dog box. And he'll run around the farm. He'll disappear for a while and you won't find him anywhere. He'll run around the map somewhere. And then he'll pop back up. You know, regular farm dog life. This is the back porch. Does nothing of importance. The only thing our farmhouse is important for, that's a lot of wood, is for coming in the house. This is where you sleep. You hit R and you sleep for so much time. As you can see, I'm not tired yet. So, I mean, you know, we got a radio on the floor, speakers on the floor, TV with a tower falling down. Got headphones. And here's the kitchen, refrigerator, AC on the top. Couches. Fan back here. Nothing. Can't get in those rooms. Can't get in there. Kind of pointless. You can do that. See here, you can't get in the room there, so you're going to go there. That's where you get your sleep when you're tired. Alright, let's see what to do now. There's not much left to do now, because we are getting close to, you know, waiting for stuff to happen. This is for landscape. You want to change your land, you can change your, you know, the size of your land, you know, the height and all that good stuff there. You can paint it, which is changing the grass or dirt, which we'll do some of that later, and you know, once we get going in the game. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We got all our tractors protected. Now we're just waiting on the crops to grow. And yeah, we'll have to buy a plow later, because I want to join these two fields together eventually, make one big field. And probably run it long ways instead of this way. Instead of run it this way as far as the rows and stuff like that. And maybe join it with this one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Down here, I'm going to put the animal. Maybe it's the animal pens. Animal pens. So we got chicken coop. So we put a chicken coop right like that and make chickens. You got a large chicken coop, small chicken coop. You got a cattle pasture, large cattle pasture, which looks like this, basically, for your cows to wander around and do the cow thing. You got your horse paddock, that's for your horses. You got your large horse paddock, which is a massive horse, where you put your horsies. Now I could put it right there if I had, and I have the money, I could buy the horses right now, but I'm not doing that. You got your pig enclosure, large pig enclosure. You got your cow shed. This is not part of the, it's part of a DLC. Water pump's part of a DLC, or mod. Now you got your cow shed. This was got where your cows will be inside. So there is that. That is $121,000. We'll have to wait on that a little bit. Oh yeah, what I was going to explain to you is about the is there buildings. Yeah, you can buy this, which increases the radio base. You can buy this, which is stations provide your vehicles with a better GPS signal. So this helps your AI drivers. Helps your AI helps your AI helpers to drive more precise and do their work faster. This is a government subsidized. If you want to, oh shoot, go back. If you want to get money, you get government subsidization by having this placard in your farm. This is a farm productions where you put your liquids, your dries, you store them there. Animal feed shelf where you store your animals feed. This is a display. It tells you what's in your silos. And this is your different sheds you can buy for your bales. And you got your vineyard grapes and your vineyard red grapes and your vineyard white grapes. We might do some of that later. This is for lumber. Vehicle workshop. The workshop allows you to create a spot anywhere on the map where you can customize your machinery without the need to pay a mechanic. Water station. You can put that anywhere. Fresh water. Produces vegetables which are sold automatically to earn money. So it's just another way to make money. Workshop. It's a bigger workshop. Marks on your vehicles. It's a gas station. You have a fuel tank to fuel your vehicles. This is converts farm waste or energy crops to biogas and digestion. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, there's that. Basically, I guess, rotten foods, I guess. Different things that creates biogas. Which is something we can get into at another point. But okay. Right now, we're just waiting on time to tick down, so we'll speed up real quick so you can all see what night looks like. Want y'all to get a sense of how dark it gets. Where's my farm at? Oh, there's his house. I'm gonna get back over there quick because it's gonna get dark. And time's ticking away. I'm gonna take a drive real quick because it's gonna take a minute to get dark. $59 one way. That's how much it cost us. $59 for that guy to help us. That takes you to another part of the map. Woo, down the road, Mark. Nope, to Palestine. That's a building. Property back here is a farm. Well, I'll slow time down and it starts getting dark, so one will be at home before it gets dark. And here. It's raining. In here, right up here on the right, left. Pull up in here. This is where you can sell your crops and different things along those lines. Get paid. And you come this way. Oh, don't bump into things, Mark. What you doing? Out in front here, so where you get you something to eat, something to drink, and just chill. What thing? Yeah, it's a restaurant. That's just people living there. Got the water tower up there. There's all kinds of little things in the game, little nuances. Right up here, straight ahead. This is where we picked up the truck and we bought the truck. So that's cool. And as you look at the map, not that. I don't want that. That. The map's quite big. You got little things like, let's see here. Soil compositions, fuel type, fuel type, filters. The different things you're looking for. So these are the number of the fields where they're at. Ours is 24, 25, 26, and 19. We own all this. This here is all our property. These are fields owned by other people. You can buy these fields, but let's say we click on 23, we want to buy that whole property. That's going to cost us $202,000 for this piece of property, but we get all that. It's getting dark. Let's head home. Let's slow that down. Turn headlights on. We will drive home. There we go. And we'll get the truck put away. And as you can see, lights come on at night, like it would in real life. You can come down here, make a right here. Oh, brakes. $54 miles an hour. Never should you want to go that fast. It does have cruise control, but you have to set the speed because it's set at max right now. So try to do 142 miles an hour, which I don't think this truck can do 142 miles an hour, but yeah, this is a game. Well, this is the entry to our farm, which I wish we had a gate or something we could put up, but we don't. Maybe Farm 22 that may have stuff like that, but we don't have that option. Now, you really can't see, so like I said, you always want to use your outside view back into the dock of the bay garage. So we'll turn the lights off, turn the truck off, and we'll stand on the porch, and we will speed time back up. See how dark it's starting to get? It gets really, 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 really dark. Really can't see anything in front of you. Once it becomes night or nightfall, it's really going to get bad. Now we do have our flashlight, which helps us. But see, it's getting darker. The sky's starting to, so the sun's going down. Sun's turning black. And the sky's turning black. So at this time, if you would want to progress the game without having to sit here and wait for the time to pick, you would go in here, rest, and time would speed up. Right now it's about 8:30, almost 9 o'clock in the game. So it's pretty dark. Not 30. 10 o'clock. Almost. There it is. As you can see, if you're out here, you can't see nothing. There's nothing. With flashlight, you're able to see. We'll go over here. Where's our puppy at? He's off running around the field somewhere. He's doing his puppy thing, his dog thing. I don't think there's a way to find him on the map. There he is. He's somewhere. Come. Where's he at? There he is. He's sleeping. Aww. He's taking a nap. We'll let him sleep. We'll come back here. Property maintenance costs $27. You will have that throughout the game. Now it's midnight. Slow time down to crawl. We'll come in here. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get in the house. There we go. Hit R, and now you can select your time. It's midnight, so let's sleep till about 7 in the morning. So sleep. Speed up time for 7 hours at 7:26 in the morning. Now we can come back out. Now it's daytime. It's the next day. There's our puppy. Let's feed the puppy. Alright, R. There you go, pup. Good boy. The good dog. Now we will come pet the puppy. You can play fetch with him. Grab his ball here. Oh. Never good at playing fetch, am I? And he'll run off and get the ball and bring it back. I'll go get it and bring it back. He acts like a real dog. Gets distracted. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this game. We will come back and play it some more. Y'all enjoy it. But yeah, as you can see, we'll run by our crops real quick. They're not really changed much in one day. Since we planted them yesterday, you're not going to see much of a difference or a change in them. It's going to take a couple days for it to change. And as you can see, that's basically it. I'm going to go back over by the house and we will call it a day. Oh, puppy. He's following us. I forgot to tell him to go home. There he comes. Good boy. And then go home. And there he goes. Off to play. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Let me know how you feel about this game. If you don't want to see more of it, you don't want to see more of it, think I'm stupid, whatever. To all the subscribers, viewers, and commenters, thank you. It means the world to me to get y'all's feedback. Do enjoy the games and the videos. Want y'all to enjoy them. But other than that, y'all have a great evening, and we shall see you next time.